Good evening, and welcome to another chat with some friends. My name's Sam.
My name is not Sam.
What is it?
It's Josh. I don't like saying my own name. Don't make me do that.
Josh.
Yeah.
And we got Dean as well. Hi, Dean.
Wait, who's that?
You.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The other guy.
Colin.
Look, man, you don't know. Everyone that knows me, y'all, your names, who are you? Like, incident long time ago, girl here, didn't even know my real name. But regardless, I am a guy with a name that does things.
You can watch our other videos to confirm we do have these names.
All right. Oh, with that. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of confirmed, this is how you segue. Speaking of confirmed, Final Fantasy 30th anniversary event confirmed a lot of things, like cake.
And forks.
Did it, though?
Confirmed cake. It confirmed cup of noodles.
And a fork.
Yeah, Ultima Fork. I almost forgot about the Ultima Fork.
And I won't fork and take no for an answer. That is the best fork and fork ever.
Fork and fork and fork and fork.
You shut the fork up.
Oh.
Go fork yourself.
Mother fork.
Well, all of you can go fork off. All right? How about that?
That wasn't forking nice of you.
But yes.
Fork you, Leatherman.
Let's move the fork on with the show.
Indeed. Because fork everyone. Yes, 2017 is the Final Fantasy 30th anniversary. That's quite a long time. It's nearly as old as me and Josh.
Yeah.
Because we're pretty old.
It's weird that if Final Fantasy was a person, I could take it to a bar.
Easily.
Yeah.
What's stopping you? There's body pillows for that.
Which one would you take, though? A Chocobo? A Moogle? Someone of the
Tifa?
characters? Tifa? Oh, I suppose Tifa, yeah.
No, I would take Lulu. It is so unfair that Lulu is such a better character than Tifa, but Tifa gets all the attention when their boobs are both big. That is not fair.
Yeah, but
I
Tifa
like
wears a
Lulu's.
wife beater.
Lulu wears a bondage dress.
Tifa beats dudes up.
Lulu sets them on fire.
She also makes them moist.
Moist.
Yeah, more ways than one.
A water joke.
Shocking, isn't it?
It is. Wow.
Everybody chill out.
Only if it is against a water-based enemy, then you get bonus damage. But yes, anyway. Enough of our puns.
Puns.
So yes, Square Enix had a presentation that wasn't live streamed. And
I wish it would have. I mean, Final Fantasy Union, the @FF Union Twitter, they kept up with it a lot.
so the
what was the other one?
Gamerscape.
Yeah. There's one
RPG
more.
site too had some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there was some stuff. I mean, we'll go through the boring stuff first. There was
Fork.
anyway, there was forks.
Fork.
There's cakes. Well, actually, the forks you can only get. I think there's only like 30 of them available.
Yeah, which
That's forks
I don't
up.
get why they do that.
Well, the Ultima one, anyway.
Yeah, why don't they just make it out of
Fork
cheap
is
plastic and just mass produce them?
Well, I
Fork
think
is stupid.
I think some of there's other forks based on other weapons, which will be included with the cup. I like how the brand of the cup noodle is called Cup Noodle.
Yeah. Also, if they don't make a fork out of one of Queena's forks,
Oh no,
that will be
Of all the things
Hugely.
to come out of Boy Band Simulator, and it's forks. Or cup noodles, rather. My apologies.
I have
Glad you
discovered a
loves
new
Cup
recipe.
God, I'm still playing through it. I've been collecting like just killing random things. So he comes up with a new recipe like every.
You'll just be killing something and be like, I've discovered a new recipe. You're like, okay, cool. Good on you.
No, you didn't. You saw it in a book. Don't lie.
Well, it's especially
No,
when
he
you
did
buy
that.
them.
I bought a book. Yeah, I bought a book, and he's like, "I've discovered a new recipe," and I'm like, "You lying little shit."
Or if you buy it from one of the the innkeepers or whatever. It's like you
Look, man.
that
if
guy
I
made
was
it.
if I was like that chef, I'd look at him like, fucking piece of shit. I mean, Forkin. My apologies, Forkin guy.
Fucking guy.
I just like to picture them all in like their 70s, and like Noctis is asleep in the middle of the night, and his phone rings, and he answers it, and he's like, "Hello, who's this?" And he just says, "I was discovered a new recipe."
Hey,
Ignis, go back to bed.
what? I discovered a new recipe.
Ignis, this is why you're not allowed out of the home.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, that one's just cat food.
Yeah, God, ew. Just went into the cupboard, grabbed a tin of cat food.
Boiled it on a hot
I
plate.
discovered a new
You
recipe.
didn't even like put it
No,
in
you
a,
didn't. That's Kitty's dinner.
You didn't even
Put
put
it
it
back,
in a thing.
Grandpa.
You just like opened it and put it on top of the stove.
I don't know, I can't
No.
make.
Now I'm curious to see what's going to happen if I put Pookie's food in a frying pan.
Oh Jesus! Why would you
Terrible
do that?
things.
The thing that's closest to doing that, and I've done it before, is frying spam, which is actually not bad.
Put it on a sandwich.
Yeah, you fry it up, put it on a sandwich with some mayonnaise and some cheese, and there you go.
That sounds like a delicious recipe for destroying my innards.
So would cat food. Speaking of destroying innards, though, as well, because they also a couple noodle thing was kind of dumb, but I actually, being the grade A hypocrite I am, I kind of want to get the wines that they're going to release, the Ifrit Rouge Red and the Shiva Blanc White. I kind of want those.
They're expensive though.
I know, because and the thing is, I would want to at least 2 of each, like one to like never open and one to open and drink in a day.
I think, from what I remember
I
seeing,
bought a bottle of wine the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I was at my doctor's appointment thing. Yeah, okay, fine. It was a physical therapy, and they had like a thing where you counted like they had like a jar, or not a jar, it was like a coffee cup filled with M&Ms.
Okay.
And they're like, "How many M&Ms do you think are in there, Dennis?" And I'm like, So I pick it up and look at it. 76. She's just like, "God damn it." I'm like, what? How many are there? She's like, there's 75. Just take your fucking prize and get out of here. Yeah. So I won a Valentine's Day gift bag thing.
Oh.
Too bad it wasn't. Ifrit Rouge Red.
You can just
I'm
eat.
over it.
Just eat all the chocolate.
Just eat all the chocolate and spite.
Yeah, the Wired article you linked says here. But prices might have even wine connoisseurs thinking twice. A collector's crate is roughly 795 pounds. What's that in American? I
No
don't
idea.
know.
Like $900 maybe.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it was closer to 1,000.
It's this. It's the I should be able to say this properly because I worked in a department store that sold them. Swarovski. There we go. Basically,
Swarovski?
it's Swarovski. It's a Russian thing. They sell very nice, like china and glasses and that kind of stuff. But I mean,
If it's Russian, I have to have it.
yeah. Well, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, man, but still, that's one of the things I would like to get just to collect and just to try it. I mean, I want to be able to say, I've drank Shiva wine.
I have to correct myself already. It's Austrian.
Oh.
I looked it up.
One
It
of those,
sounds
Eastern
sounds
European
Russian.
things.
I don't know. Wherever Austria. Austria's in Europe, not Eastern Europe. It's just Europe. I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Gotcha.
That's what YouTube comments are for.
Yeah.
And shit posting,
That's what.
Yeah.
like grammar Nazis typically do.
No, it's the what do they call them? The alt right, but you spell right WRITE. Anyway, yeah. So there was a lot of
Yeah.
there were the cakes that are going to be like $30 each.
Cakes, noodle, wine, and then the other boring
Clothing.
thing was Mobius Final Fantasy because mobile games. I don't really care about mobile games. I couldn't get into Record Keeper.
I played it for a bit. It's all right.
I don't find the appeal in mobile games, and I may or may not be saying that because I don't have a smartphone.
I mean,
do have a
it's,
smart-
you can still play like there's enough. Like you know how or pretty much most mobile games have like a time, like some sort of timer, and you can pay money to increase the timer once you run out of whatever. The Record Keepers one is just enough so that you can keep going. And you sometimes have to take like a little break, but it's not. Oh, you played for 5 minutes, now you have to pay us $10 if you want to play anymore. You know, you can play for a good solid couple of hours before you have to worry about if you wanted to pay money.
It's just when I would play it, like, anytime I'd be out. I'm not one of those people that when I go out, like if I'm on the bus or riding the bus, I'll listen to music, but I don't really play on my phone. I might check it if I get a notification.
Yeah.
If I'm at Denny's or,
Why would
or
you
I'm
be at
out-
my house?
No, I mean the restaurant Denny's. Damn it.
Oh,
If I'm there with like a friend or whatever, I don't know. I don't like to be on my phone. I think it's rude, so I don't play it then. So the only time I really do kind of play it is when I'm sitting at home, and I'm just like, why can't this just be on Steam, or why can't this just be on the PS Vita, or something like that? I don't have a Vita. I have a PSP, but
Yeah. You do. I mean, you need
Forum Station
internet-
Portable.
The old PSP.
Yeah.
You need
The
an
old
internet
one.
connection for it anyway. So I mean,
well, then it can still work as a Steam game.
what? Record Keepers?
Yeah.
It's not on Steam yet. Or is it? One of the games.
Mobius one or whatever it is.
Mobius
Yeah.
and Exvius, I think, came to Steam, or just Mobius. I don't know. There's too
Is one of them. See,
too many games.
yeah.
Really
See, I
fun
might-
game.
The one that came out on Steam, I might check out, but the other one's still on the phone. I don't like playing games on my phone. Not a fan.
Just Pokemon Go. That's it for me.
I got tired of that.
No one
after a
wants to
while.
look at my phone.
You got an old Nokia brick phone.
No, I have a smartphone now, but you open it up and it looks like I'm an arms dealer. Seriously, it's like, hey man, you want to buy that scope or do you want to buy these spare parts? Hey man, you want to buy my pistol? Like, come on.
So yeah, so the first half of this whole thing was basically a lot of stuff that probably isn't going to be sold outside of Japan.
Yeah, a lot of fluff.
Distant Worlds is
Neat
coming back.
fluff.
That's good.
Potential
Yeah, like
Dissidia
those.
console release.
Now, did they actually mention that in the thing? I can't remember.
I saw a few articles saying it's like, oh, this character and all these will be on the console release. This will be on the console release. This will be on the console release. It's like, oh, so
Maybe there's a console release.
Is the console release confirmed, or is the console release like partial confirmed?
See, I find this seems to happen a lot with a lot of Japanese companies. Is they'll do something like this. They'll announce some stuff, and then magazines will interview them, and they'll have more information. I'm like, why didn't you announce this information in the official thing? Why did you leave it until now?
Yeah,
Unless it's a money
Like they-
thing, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, like they showed off some cool artwork for Final Fantasy VII,
Oh.
but they didn't really say anything else about the Final Fantasy VII
get
remake.
me
They didn't
started.
announce. Yeah, they didn't announce the date, release date. Everything we know about it is still everything we already knew. Released episodically, voice acted. We'll have open world elements.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. We'll go through the stuff that was absolutely confirmed. Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, we got a release date, July 11th.
Yep,
That's cool.
I'm looking forward to that. I never played the Zodiac version.
No, neither did I.
I knew there was-
We didn't get that over here. Not even with the because the PAL version was slightly different to the.
I may or
NTSC
may
version.
not have played some of it.
I don't like in order
I
to
can
play it.
neither
Then we have to
confirm
like,
nor deny that.
then you have to mod. I'm pretty sure you had to like mod your PlayStation 2 or
You had
have.
to get a
modded
Japanese
memory card.
version of the game or something, didn't you?
Yeah, it was
No, you
something
couldn't.
like that.
there was a fan translated version, and we actually, believe it or not, had a guy, and still to this day, he's still with us. Has the stuff to modify memory cards to play the translated version.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. You had to have it like it was on a memory card.
Mod chip.
Yeah. Way better than ripping open the play. Like, I know the mod chips for the PlayStation 1, you had to rip it open and solder something in there.
So there's that. We spoke about some of the DLC for 15. We're getting Magitek Armor, which looks very much like the Power Rangers.
It looks like football Power Rangers, and also like when they showed it off at the thing, the pictures I saw that were tweeted out, said Invincible Magitek exosuits. I mean, if it's, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm probably not gonna buy it either way. But if it's definitely like literally invincible, like it's DLC meant to, it's like, oh, you can't beat the last half of the game, well, buy these suits and now you can never be hurt, so just, you know,
like you couldn't already do that anyway. There's a monster you can kill in the game that gives you a cape that makes it so you don't take damage, basically.
Yeah, but for some people in this day and age, it is too much to ask them to kill that monster.
Oh yeah.
They just want to buy the game for $60, take it home, and then spend $20 on DLC to make them invincible. It's like, are you for real?
Let me tell you about that Invincible today. Or as I'm sure most of you read my tweet already.
The Invincible?
Yeah. I was playing Call of Duty. It's Fork and Double EXP weekend. And I was playing a game of domination, and there was one dude in there that finished the game like 309-0 because he was running around with God mode and aimbot.
Oh, jeez.
That's fairly illegal, I think, isn't it?
So he had his...
Yeah, it is. That dude's account's probably gone by now, but...
He had his Magitek exosuit.
Yeah, he sent a group message to everyone afterwards, like, you guys just need to get good and kill me. And I sent the video clip to the group where he was, like, sitting there just teabagging a random barrel while I was getting, like, you know, an M60 with 100 rounds, and it just hit marker, hit marker, hit marker, hit marker, point blank range, and I'm like, and you're telling us to get good from this? That message then got immediately tweeted to Activision.
Yeah. See, he's the kind of jackass that would buy this. Like, he wouldn't even play the game and beat it. Like, he would just buy... And this is just here. They said Invincible. It might not be. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I could be 100% wrong. I hope they're not, because that just seems, to me, that seems lame. But they do.
Has there ever been a game that sold God made before?
There must be. I know there's games that sell weapons and other shit that make it super easy.
I don't know. None that I've played, anyway.
I've seen DLC that you could earn stuff like that. I mean, like back in what was it? The game, the second for Hallway Simulator game, 13.2 or whatever. Yeah, one of the pre-order DLCs basically lets you infinitely farm a really rare monster.
Jeez. Yeah,
would not surprise me.
The exosuits, they don't seem that cool to me. I was more excited on, and this is something confirmed, on March 28th, the first story-based DLC drops, episode Gladiolus.
What chapter are you on, Josh?
I'm on 5.
Okay.
I'm going slow because I keep doing side quests.
Fair enough. Okay, I wouldn't... If you haven't... Yeah, if you haven't like gotten near to the end of the game, I wouldn't play that DLC.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna get it until I finish the game.
Okay, cool.
But that's the one DLC I'm interested in. Well, I'm interested in the other story DLCs for like Ignis and Prompto too. But,
I only just read about the bit about Gilgamesh is going to come in. That's pretty cool.
was that even shown at the thing? I don't remember that being mentioned.
No. As I said, a lot of information from Japanese announcement things kind of come afterwards. That's pretty cool. So I wonder which version it'll be. Will it be the
Well, it's the same.
4-arm version or the 8-arm version?
It'll be Gilgamesh. It's always the same Gilgamesh.
Oh, yeah.
He decides how many arms he wants.
So yeah, that's cool. And then there's Gladiolus is coming. No, that's the one we're talking about. The where's the other one? The other one confirmed was
They didn't confirm a date, but they believe it was Prompto's.
Prompto. There we go. That's the name I was looking for.
They just said
June, July, something like that.
it was something. They basically said he'll be next in a couple months.
To be the voice of pessimism in all this, I have a ton of money in my wallet right now, and instead I opted to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead of the season pass for that.
I mean, I only got it because I got it. Well, basically, I traded in enough games for the game and the season pass, so that's the only reason I'm getting it.
I'm looking at it like this. When I buy a book in a library, I don't want the guy who's selling me the book to tear like 20 pages out of the book and then sell me those pieces of the book back for more money.
That's an EA.
That's what
right now.
That's what I feel they're doing right now, because like I want shit that actually adds to the game and not just like this person's life forking story, because to be frank, I don't give a shit.
See, I'm interested in it. If I pick up Gladio, if I pick up his story, and then I finish the game, or whichever happens first, and then I play through it, if it's a backstory type thing, if it's actually feels like additional content and not content ripped from the game, then I'll be happy. If it feels like something they already ripped out of the game and sold separately, like kind of what you're saying with the book analogy, then I'm going to be probably pretty upset. Probably won't buy the next two, or won't look into the next two.
I mean,
right now, they actually have, if you go to the Final Fantasy 15 website, they have a survey you can fill out, and they ask you about DLC. And I basically said what you just said, Den. And they also have a part where you can check mark how often you go to certain gaming websites. So everyone go to Polygon and Kotaku and click never. That's a good deal.
Okay.
You mean I shouldn't have clicked that I primarily only visit those two?
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. That's bad juju.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've spoken about this before, but I mean, yeah, DLC where they've taken stuff out, like the biggest one I remember is the Mass Effect 3 one, where it was on the disc and you had to pay for it. No, that's bad.
Yeah.
But if it's additional content...
Witcher 3?
Witcher 3
Witcher 3's DLC? Yeah, their DLC, it's extra story stuff. They had a bunch of free DLC and gear. That's the way you do DLC.
Yep, Fallout 4.
Yeah, like
that was good too.
Costumes, cosmetic items, things like that I'm perfectly fine with. In fact, I'm a sucker for costumes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just recently, the day I bought Tales of Berseria, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? Got $10 left in my wallet. So I bought a $10 PlayStation card just to buy costumes.
Were they already on the disc, though?
No idea. I just saw costumes in the PlayStation store, and my PP place got hard for costumes.
If you like costumes, you should buy Dead or Alive 5 last round, because that game's got like $800
there's new
worth
costumes
of
coming. There's new costumes coming out for that. I just saw it on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, there's new costumes always coming out for it. It's like over $800 worth of fucking costumes.
This gaming chat brought to you by Dead or Alive 5.
Sponsored by Pop-Tarts.
Please buy a Marie Rose Idol costume. It's pretty good. I would buy it. I bought some of her stuff already, I'll admit it.
I'll buy you a hug pillow for it and send it in the mail.
Good.
And if you send me a picture of it looking like a glazed donut, we're done being friends.
I think you mean we'll be better friends, because we'll just have more things in common.
Good lord. Anyway. Jesus Christ. The only other stuff is the mobile thing. As you said, Ariana Grande is coming into one of the games. Whoopie fucking do.
Yeah, I don't give a crap about that.
And there's a Mobius Final Fantasy VII tie-in. Cool. And there's a
know-
there's a manga coming out.
Yeah, I'm interested in the manga. I hope it's I hope they don't do what they did when they made Final Fantasy Unlimited, because Unlimited was kind of cool, but it was like, why is this called Final Fantasy? It does, you know, people always say like Final Fantasy 15 doesn't feel like a real Final Fantasy. I don't know. It has enough Final Fantasy in it to make it feel like it's a Final Fantasy game for me. Even 13 was like that, you know. But Final Fantasy Unlimited, they're all like, it's a different, you know, everyone's in the real world, and the two kids go to Wonderland. And there's this guy that looks like Vincent, and he's got a giant gold gun that he puts dirt bullets in. And I'm like, what are these things?
And then he summons things like Ifrit and Shiva and stuff.
And how he has to list every color. You know, white as pure as the snow, virgin white. Blue as cold as the air, ice blue. Shiva. It's like, what? And it because of that, it felt very Sailor Moon-y to me.
It did.
Like
Has there ever been other like Final Fantasy mangas? I know there's one of 12 that I started to read, and it was actually pretty good.
I don't know about manga. The only other thing I know about is anime, which is the
There was
Final
a
Fantasy.
Crisis Core one, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was one for 7.
Yeah, the Crisis Core one. See, that one, I like that one because it's
I haven't really
7,
watched
it's
it. I know it's
basically-
there in this. It's got subtitles, but I've never actually watched it.
It's
I
pretty
can
much
Send
goes
it your
over.
way if you want when we're done here.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
No, it's pretty good. It just goes over Zack running away with Cloud until he's spoiler alert killed by Shinra's army.
Oh no, it's been 20 years.
You
Yeah.
spoiled it for me because I actually haven't finished that yet.
It's been 20 years.
Hey, I actually lost my PSP to it, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, just buy it on Steam or something. Or you mean Crisis
Crisis-
Core or 7?
Crisis Core.
Oh.
Oh, well, it says it in 7 too.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the flashback. But anyway,
And
yeah,
I only got to the railway place where I'm running on some train tracks, and there's birds attacking me.
yeah, them birds.
Them birds.
But no, that's what Crisis. But there was another anime that came out, which is actually, it's called like Heroes of the Crystal or something. I don't know, but it's a sequel to Final Fantasy V. It like takes place in the future of Final Fantasy V, and it actually has Mid shows up because early on, like the main characters, 2 of them, they go to, oh, what's wrong with the wind crystal? And then the wind crystal hides in the girl's butt for some reason. like not up her butt, but like
In her
It,
butt.
like-
That's all you need to
In her
know.
cheeks.
yeah. Like she's absorbed it and it's just stored in her butt. It's weird. But then actually Mid from Final Fantasy V comes out as like a ghost and he kind of guides them. And that one wasn't too bad. Like that one's I'd say it's better than Unlimited.
But
I-
there's a crystal in her butt.
Yes.
Alright. Anyway, speaking of Final Fantasy 7 and the lack of information, where was the information, Square Enix?
I got a cool Facebook cover photo out of it.
True.
They showed that picture.
They did, and they had a snow sculpture, which was kind of cool. But yeah, and then someone, I can't remember who it was, who talked to Nomura, or the other guy, and then he's like, yeah, you know the little cutscene we showed at E3 a couple of years ago? Still working on that. It's like, come on. I think Square Enix announces
Are you
stuff...
fanboys never happy?
No,
Seriously?
listen. Square Enix announces stuff too early. If they'd announced something now and said, hey, here's this cool thing, you know, might be some more stuff later on in the year, I'd be fine. But the fact it was announced 2 E3s ago and we haven't heard anything until now where they're like, oh yeah, we're working on it. Kind of blue balling us a little bit.
I still wonder. We were talking about this before when the thing was actually going on. I still wonder if they're actually burned from what happened with Final Fantasy VIII, where they kept showing off stuff for Final Fantasy VIII. They're like, look at this character, look at this character,
Did they though?
look at this character. That's what I remember.
I don't know. I didn't.
And then-
I mean, I saw a couple of magazine articles, and then that was about it. Although, I mean, obviously, games media was a bit different back then. Oh, we lost Josh. Maybe he's back.
I'm here.
Okay.
It just microphone unplugged.
Okay.
No, I remember them showing off a lot of stuff, or maybe a lot of stuff got leaked. It's been like
I don't know.
to 18 years.
Yeah. I mean, like when I brought 7, I brought we called it the platinum versions, the one that sold so many copies already. And it actually came with a disc with a couple of Final Fantasy VIII cutscenes on it. It was like hey, this is coming out soon kind of thing. But other than that, I didn't really see much about it.
But it always seems like to me, because I'm actually a really big fan of 8, I don't talk about it that much anymore. I used to talk about it all the time back when 8 came out and I was 17 and blah, blah, blah. But it always seems like because 8 didn't get the universal praise that 7 did, and they're like, oh, we probably shouldn't talk about 8 because not everybody loved it like 7. So they always end up talking about 7 or showing off 7 and stuff. Like if they do cross promotion things, like they're like if they did the cup of noodle thing like 10 years ago, it would have characters from like Final Fantasy 7 and like Final Fantasy 10 and maybe like Final Fantasy 12. But they like never touch Final Fantasy 8 characters half the time. Like the only time it seems they do is when they have to, like in Dissidia, where it's like, well, we're having a character from every game, so
True. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they just need to, not announce stuff so early. Like, I mean, how long ago did we hear about Kingdom Hearts 3?
how long ago did we actually hear about it, or how long ago? Because people have been, ever since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and people beat it, they're like, all right, can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, that's true. Because there was a special cutscene at the end of 2, if you got 100%.
Yeah.
Which I did.
See, but at least with
Kingdom
Final Fantasy
Hearts.
7, they haven't
Ha, ha, ha.
haven't announced a release date, but at least they're not like re-releasing Final Fantasy 7 HD 2.7 with
That's also
Crisis
true.
Core on PS4.
Hey.
Like how many times are you going to release Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2?
I know. But if they released Crisis Core on PS4, I would buy it.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is what if they released it, like they released Crisis Core HD on PS4 and crossplay with PS Vita, and then in 3 years they still haven't announced a release date for 7, and they released Final Fantasy 7 HD bundled with Crisis Core HD 2.7, because that's what they're doing to Kingdom Hearts.
Pretty much.
I think before Kingdom Hearts 3 actually comes out, there's going to be Kingdom Hearts
2.8.1.97.130.0.1.
Didn't we make this joke somewhere else?
Probably,
I think we
but
already.
it does not get old.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure it's Nomura. I don't know. He was in charge of 15. Look what happened to that.
Well, to reference that, and this, I think I brought it up to you and you dismissed it in your fanboyism.
Maybe.
He did say a long time ago he was very resentful about being taken off the project, and I mean, this is all tweet stuff. He was very resentful about being taken off the project, and he deemed that he would find a way to get back at the Kingdom Hearts franchise because he feels that fucked him over.
Because he was working on that and 15 at the same time?
I have no idea about that. All I knew is he was originally on the 15 project and got moved around
Yeah.
to the Kingdom Hearts 3 one or whatever, and then, like I said, all I knew is what I just told you, and he was incredibly mad about it and swore that he would have his revenge. And before he cancels the project one day before release date.
Oh, God. I think Square Enix would fire him in that case. He'd be out the door.
And maybe we can actually get
And then the game actually might come out.
yeah, and then we can go back to a mono style art. I really want to see a Final Fantasy game like Final Fantasy 16 with the characters all like super, HD or whatever like they are in 15, but based on a monos art. So like the characters from 4, like the characters in the the remakes of 4, how they look in the cutscenes.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I want my pretty boys with white hair and lipstick. I want that for the whole game.
You didn't like the boy band?
No, I do, but I just like a monos art better.
Who is
Wait.
best boy?
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt.
Nah, man. Like, Final Fantasy 15 is Final Fantasy 15. That's all it really is. It's like, hey, man, what's up, Noctis? I just got this new car. You guys want to go, like, driving around? Like, we can have your, like, crazy older butler drive, man. Oh, but I can't leave my bodyguard, bro. Oh, come on, man. That stick in the mud? Come on. Just fucking bring him along, bro. It's like a new car. Fine. Hey, Gladio, you want to go for a ride, man? Like,
See,
that's
they can't
that's how
bring
it
girls
really
along because girls have cooties.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what about that girlfriend of yours? I'm going to go to her house, man. Like, we're going to go there. Like,
But Noctis, bros before hoes.
look, man. You bros will be before me all the way there. And then, like, I'll do my thing, man. You don't even know.
It was still better than 13.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel weird saying that because I haven't finished it, but I want to say yes.
It's pretty easy to be better than 13.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. So yeah, there was a thing. They announced some stuff, not all the stuff that everyone wanted, but
Cup of noodle and wine.
a cup of noodle and wine and some clothes that are
Forks.
probably like $400.
Keep forgetting
The
the
fork.
forking forks. Seriously, what the fork?
I know, right? So there we go.
I don't know if the gunblade fork has a actually functioning trigger.
It shoots noodles at you.
Look, man, I want the brother fork.
Oh,
I would
God.
I would
Or
take
the fork of
the
Moon.
the Masamune fork. It's just a really long fork.
Like a
You get a lot-
22-foot fork.
You get a lot of noodles on there.
When you leave your noodles in the kitchen, but you don't want to get up and get them.
You just like
Masamune
reach over and
fork.
grab it.
Now with the fork of Moon,
Uh,
the Buster fork.
the Buster. Oh, that one works quite well.
Gun
Comes
fork.
It comes with a knife, so like the Buster fork had like the one side can just cut the top of the noodles off. Then you can fork them into your mouth. Trying to think. Can't think of any more fork-related ultimate
I think
weapons.
we've probably done them all.
Fork Excalibur.
Oh no. Anyway, alright. Any closing thoughts by you lot?
That's pretty much it. I'm all tapped out.
Can't
Yeah,
think of a
it's-
forking thing.
Okay. Well, there we go. So on that forking note, we'll see you folks
fork you
later
guys.
on.
Fork you later.
Indeed. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We will catch you at some point. We are trying to bring these out like once a week, but depends how busy we are.
Me and busy in the same sentence don't belong.
Well, okay. Some of us are busy, but we'll see. Anyway, there are more videos coming. Keep an eye out for live streams, all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter is all in the description, so follow us for some news. It's probably news to these guys, but maybe we'll do like a live tweet kind of thing with the Final Fantasy 14 fan fest that's coming up. Because why
Maybe,
not?
yeah.
So possibly look out for that. All right. Well, we shall away and catch you guys later on. See ya.
Bye.